den Gashahn aufdrehen. Nicht weil es ihnen zu gut geht, können uns unterdrücken. Sie können uns meinetwegen töten, kapitulieren werden wir nicht.
For we must find the next whiskey bar, or if we don't find the next whiskey bar,
I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. I tell you, I tell you, I tell you we must die.
Braunen Kolonnen der SA, die schwarzen der SS, der SS, der Führer ruft, gleich sind sie da, von Nord, von Süd, von Ost und West.
This is the site of the Führerbunker in Berlin, where they in 2006 put up this sign in time before the visitors to the World Cup in football, or soccer, would arrive that summer. And Hitler's bodyguard and telephone operator in the Führerbunker was there at the opening.
Da ging sie runter in den Führerbunker, kam niemand. Dort hat sie in aller Ruhe die Kinder vorbereitet zum Sterben. Das ist bei mir passiert. Rücken an Rücken.
In this plan of the bunker, you can see in which room he was working those final days.
The Führer's bodyguard during those final moments of the Third Reich, revisionists, can only find where the entrance was by pacing 90 meters from a nearby street.
Hier ist Hitler verbrannt worden.
This is the place where Hitler was burned.
No, revisionists got it wrong. And here I am for the first time in Berlin, having the same information as revisionists, that the bunker exit was here, close to the tree. But I got that wrong too. And I think many of the tourist guides got it wrong as well. If I had studied the sign at the site more carefully, I would have placed the bunker exit closer to the street.
What you see on the right-hand side there in red, these are other bunkers that were built for the German government ministries in the area. So yes, there was the Führerbunker, or Hitler's personal bunker, but then others that were used by other Nazi functionaries and basically important people. So some of the other bunkers people have been down into more recently, I think like 10 years ago. Führerbunker got down into one of them like the street here.
And here I am again, in March 2024 with another belief that the exit was here and that the shell crater where they burned Hitler's body was here. Later, when I came home, I would use Google Maps and an aerial photo from 1945 to see for myself where the exit building was. As you see here, I used Goebbels' old propaganda ministry and that long part of the building that still exists to align those pictures with each other. But it's difficult to align every building and street, so you cannot really trust the pictures. Here it seems like the exit building is close to where I thought it was in March 2024. And here I compare my result with the plan on the site's sign. Since the lower part of the Führerbunker is still there, it would be very interesting to see the result of a scanning. That would show the exact place, but maybe that's already been done. I don't know. Then I saw the British YouTube channel Battle Guide, which I recommend to watch because it's an excellent channel that uses modern technology to find the exact historical places of battles and buildings. Here is a small outcast from their video called Finding the Führerbunker. I shared a link to that video so you can see how they did to place the bunker on the right spot. And here I am again in September 2024, this time with the information from the Battle Guide, to do some now and then footage and try to place the buildings more exact, and where the drama of Hitler's and Eva Braun's suicide and where the bodies were burned. And here is a now and then photo from above using Battle Guide's result. Battle Guide have moved the Führerbunker much closer to the apartment building, which feels a bit strange, but I decided to trust their expertise. The bunker exit would have been just behind those two iron poles. Those you see here. Here is my friend Ronnie, who has come with me to be a comparison figure to play dead, which he did excellently. This is the garden of the new Reich Chancellery. Here you see these Americans passing a wall, a place that became well documented when Hitler rewarded a group of Hitler Jugend, the 20th of March 1945. Here you see that part of the garden in its glory days. And here you see that wall in this model. Here is the garden after the bombings and shellings. First the wall, and not so far away is the bunker exit. This day Hitler and his delegation came out from the Reich Chancellery. And here they stand in front of the wall and the Hitler Jugend. Here is Arthur Axmann, the leader of Hitler Jugend. He would be in one of the groups that escaped from the bunker and managed to survive. And then you see Hermann Fegelein. He had recently married Eva Braun's sister, Gretel, but the 28th of April he was executed inside the Chancellery by orders from Hitler. Behind Fegelein is Julius Schaub. He was a close aide and adjutant to Hitler for more than 20 years. In late April, he was ordered by Hitler to destroy his personal documents at the Berghof and in his apartment in Munich. Behind Hitler is Otto Gunsche. He would soon be one of the men that was ordered by Hitler to burn his body. Gunsche would soon after that be arrested by the Red Army. Wilhelm Burgdorf. He had earlier forced Field Marshal Erwin Rommel to commit suicide. And in the 2nd of May, he would commit suicide himself inside a bunker. And the same day, General Hans Krebs would also commit suicide inside the bunker. And Franz Schädler, the last commander of Hitler's bodyguard, would also commit suicide on the ground. The day before, the 1st of May, Magda and Joseph Goebbels would kill all their 6 children in their rooms in the Führerbunker. In the evening that day, Goebbels shot his wife and himself outside in the garden where their bodies were burned. Then we have Hitler and Eva, who became Eva Hitler before the end in the bunker. They committed suicide the 30th of April in the afternoon. Heinz Linge, Hitler's personal servant, had been standing close to the Führer for 10 years. He would be the first man to see Hitler's and Eva's bodies, and he also followed the orders to burn them. As you see here, the 20th of March, Hitler's Parkinson's disease was obvious. 1 month later, the 20th of April, at his 56th birthday, inside the bunker, Hitler was in such a bad shape they couldn't make a positive propaganda film of him and the whole situation at that time. Hitler would at the end ask Dr. Werner Haase about advice how to kill himself. And he would do what Haase suggested. Haase would first test the cyanide on Hitler's dog Blondie. And now I will try to contribute to a small adjustment to change the world history a few meters with a new placement of the famous drama that took place here. Yes, if the guys at Battle Guide is right, the room where Hitler and Eva killed themselves would be below the entrance of the Mimi Tea Bar. I don't think many visitors to the tea bar who sits outside here are thinking about the historic drama that happened on a sofa below them. That blood-stained sofa stood right under the entrance. If Battle Guide is right. This is Heinz Linge, Hitler's personal servant. After Hitler's death, Linge was arrested by the Red Army and was released in 1955. He would later write a book about his time with Hitler and the final moment in the bunker.
I was the last who said goodbye to him and the first to see the body. He and Eva Braun died alone.
Did he give you any last orders?
Yes, to destroy his personal possessions and burn his body.
Did you carry them out?
Yes, I used petrol, but there was so a flush that they were not completely burned.
Did you ever hear him mention suicide?
Yes, after April 22nd. He talked about it constantly.
Traudl Junge talks here about the moment of Hitler's suicide, when she sat on the stairs between the Führerbunker and the Führerbunker. She sat there with the children of Goebbels, and she mentions Helmut. That would be Helmut Kunz, the dentist that next day would put the 6 children to sleep by giving them an anesthetic drug. And then Ludwig Stumpfegger gave them the cyanide that killed them.
Und Hitler hat sich verabschiedet Und ich bin eben dann mit den Kindern noch da auf dem Treppenabsatz gesessen und dann kam der Knall und der Helmut hat gesagt, das war ein Volltreffer und ich habe mir eingebildet, das war der entscheidende Schuss. Und ich bin dann sitzen geblieben und dann nach einiger Zeit kam der Otto Günsche die Treppen herauf, die da vom Führerbunker raufführten, auch leichenblass und hat gesagt, jetzt habe ich den letzten Befehl des Führers ausgeführt. Ich habe ihn verbrannt.
This is Hitler's chauffeur, Erich Kempka. He was the one who was ordered to bring the petrol to burn the bodies.
But you didn't see him die either, did you?
And he brought a lot. They needed it because they had to burn Hitler and Eva twice. And Kempka was one of the men who carried out Eva's body from the bunker.
Ich habe die Frau Adolf Hitlers rausgetragen und habe Adolf Hitler selbst eingeschlagen in einer Decke gesehen.
Martin Bormann had been the second man to go into the room to see the bodies of Hitler and Eva. There were also some SS lifeguards that helped Linge to carry out the body of Hitler. And I read in Linge's book that he, Bormann, Goebbels, Kempka, Günsche, and Stumpfegger would do a last Hitler salute in front of his burning body. Bormann would be one of the men and women who escaped from the bunker. But according to Arthur Axmann's witness, he saw Bormann's and Stumpfegger's dead bodies before he was arrested. Later in the 60s, another witness had seen Bormann and Stumpfegger being buried close to where they had been seen dead. It was first until 1972 when they discovered their remains, and it was close to the place where Axmann had seen their bodies.
7. Dezember wurden in der Invalidenstraße in Berlin Skelettteile gefunden und damit die Skelette als die von Martin Bormann und Dr. Ludwig Stumpfegger identifizieren.
The information on the sign says that Hitler's study is room number 2. The same room he and Eva killed himself. But I'm not so sure about that. I think the study is this room, number 7. At least it fits with the doors in the pictures that was taken in March 1945. Those pictures is said to show the study.